All right, here's a good example of Punnet Square, and you're asked to cross a heterozygous parent, heterozygous, so that for each trait, like the B trait, you have one dominant and one recessive gene, and then for the other trait, you have one dominant, one recessive. And so you're crossing one parent that's heterozygous and the other one is also heterozygous. So the options that you have when these split up would be a big B little r, that's right, big B, no, big B big R, yeah, big B little r, right, little b big R and little b little r, good. And that's the same for each side. Now when you cross them, usually we put the same letters together, and so for the most part it was good. But this one here, this last one, oh no, that one's all right. Where's the one that's little? Oh, this one here. So this one, usually I would have written big B, big R, little r. And so big B, little r, little r. Big B, big R, big R. Big B, big R, little r. And then typically you keep the same letters first. So if B's are first, just keep all the B's first. Big B, big R, little r. That one, oh, big B, big R, little r. That looks good. Little b, big R, little r. And then little b, little r, little r. Okay? The letters you had in there were all correct. It's just the order is a little funny. Okay, then in interpreting the data, you have to be careful with that. So if you have a dominant trait, so if you have a capital B, then whatever, it doesn't matter what the other B is, if there's a capital B in there, you're going to have black fur. Okay? So that could happen in big B, or big B, little b. That's going to be black fur. The only way you can get white fur is if you have two little b's. Similarly, the rough versus smooth, if you have a capital R anywhere, you're going to have rough fur. Now, it could be a capital R, or it could be a capital R, little r. So you'll have rough fur if it's big R, little r. The only way you can get smooth fur is to have two little r's. So when you're interpreting the data, if they ask you, let's do some options here. So if they ask you what percent are going to have black and rough fur, then to get black, you just need to have a big B in there somewhere. So those could be a big B, or a big B, little b. That's going to get you black fur. To be rough, you could have capital R, or capital R, little r. So any combination of those. Basically, if you have a capital letter in any one of them, it's going to have that trait. So I look at, let me do blue to pick these out. So big B, little, and big R. There's one right there. There's one. There's one. There's one. Here's one. Not that one, because there's no capital R. Here's a capital R. Big B, no, not that one. Big B, big R, yep. Big B, big R, yep. No, two little b's. Nope, no big B's in there at all. Here's a big B, big R. I think that might be the last one. So if I count up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's going to be 9 out of the 16 that are going to have black and rough fur. So if those two parents had 16 offspring, we would assume statistically that 9 of those 16 could have black rough fur. Okay, let's do a different one. What if we want black fur and black and we want smooth. Okay, to be black, it just has to be big B, or big B, little b. I just need a capital B in there. To be smooth, though, they need to be 2 little r's. That's the only option. Okay, so I'm looking for a big B and 2 little r's. Oh, there's one right there. Here's one right there. A big B and 2 little r's right there is another one. Big B, 2 little r's. Those are the only ones, 3 of them. So 3 out of the 16 are going to have black and smooth. Okay, let's try a couple more. Let's do we've done black, so let's do white fur. So I want white fur. That color is very close to red. Let me pick a different one. Purple. So I want white fur and I want it to be rough. Okay, so to be white fur, the only way I can get that is 2 little b's. But to get rough fur, it could be a capital R, or a capital R, little r. Okay, so let's look for any of those. Little b's and at least 1 big R. Little b's. Oh, there's one right there. 2 little b's. There's another one. 2 little b's and a big R. 2 little b's and a big R right there. That's it. So 3 out of the 16 are going to have white fur and the fur will be rough. Okay, then the last one, let's go with dark brown. So the last one, we want white fur and we want it to be smooth. So to get white fur has to be 2 little b's, and smooth, the only option is to be 2 little r's. And as you've probably noticed already, there's only one of those. So 1 out of the 16 would have white and smooth fur. All right, I hope that helps you in interpreting the data. Figuring out what these are, that's one trick. And then putting them all together in the Punnet Square, people seem to be fairly good at that. But then it's the interpreting results that are sometimes a little bit more difficult.